Last summer, when I was deep in the throes of campaigning for Kamala Harris, I received a really bizarre DM from an older woman. After I had made some content saying I didn't understand how any woman on either side of the fence could vote for a man that had been accused of SA, that was likely on the list, that had been documented for the last 50 years saying horrible things about women, and who went back and forth with his policies about birth control and Roe v. Wade and women's rights in general. And this woman DM'd me and she said she was a Republican, but that she agreed with me. You know, it really, truly bothered her that this man who had done such harm to women was the presidential candidate, but that she had to vote for him because her husband was losing his life to Parkinson's. Now, normally I ignore people with these types of delusions, but I had never heard this particular conspiracy theory, and I was honestly perplexed. So I went back to her and I was very respectful. I told her I was very sorry about her husband, but I didn't understand how any presidential candidate, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, or anyone could help save her husband. And she said to me that Donald Trump was going to give everyday people access to these med beds, which was healthcare that only the rich and very elite had access to, and it could essentially cure you for almost anything: cancer, MS, Parkinson's, anything. Now, I will admit that rich people, billionaires, millionaires, have better healthcare, especially in the United States of America. They can pay for any type of medical treatment, while the rest of us are scrounging to pay for an EpiPen or an inhaler. They can probably buy their way into drug trials. They can pay to see any doctor anywhere, and they have the time and money to get multiple opinions. But this woman truly thought that there was a cure for Parkinson's, and Donald Trump was the only one that had access to it. So imagine my surprise when over the weekend, President Donald Trump himself reposted a video on social media that was an AI interview between himself and his daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, in which he was signing some type of executive order that was going to give every American a med bed, their own med bed that would cure them of any physical ailment or illness. So now I am trying to decide if Donald Trump himself actually thinks he did this interview, signed this executive order, and that med beds exist, or is he just